Hello, ladies and gents. It's your girl, Miss Charlotte, and I am serving Ish as in issues. And today, I really want to talk about an issue that I think is huge and that we really need to get a handle on it because it's just been a vicious cycle and it's been unnecessary for centuries. And I think now with the education that we have and with the just the sense of knowing who we are, we're not as ignorant as we used to be. I think we can do our part to really change this double standards when it comes to sexuality. We have to stop, only teaching our young women to be virtuous and not do that for our boys. Instead, we train them to be whores. And we're doing our young men a disservice with this old mentality that quantity is better than quality. It's just out of hand. When we teach our young girls, what do we teach them? Self-love, that their vagina is sacred, it's to be treasured, not everyone deserves it. They have to have self-respect, don't spread themselves around. You don't want to get a reputation, you don't want to be called a whore or a slut. You are worthy, and you got to be selective and only be with someone that you feel is worthy, right? That's what we tell our little girls, not with our little boys. We should be telling our young men that they too are worthy, that they too deserve self-respect, and that their penis, which is an extension of them, they can actually hold their penis in their hand. You can see it. It's an extension of who they are. But do we tell them that? No. We rather tell them that their penis is a sexual object, like a pair of dice. Just throw it out there. You're going to get 7s, 11s, and some snake eyes. What kind of mentality is that? Why are we setting our young men up for low self-esteem? We're setting them up for just to go out there and to be predators. Okay, we telling them, oh, you're going to get all the girls. But how are they going to get all these girls? And then you wonder what happened when you have all this predatory, behavior because, hey, they're expecting to get all the girls, so they're out there taking. They want it. They're told they're supposed to have it. Okay, then we don't tell them what type of woman, what type of girl. It's just, oh, she got a big butt, she got a big booty. Oh yeah, she gonna give it to you, hit it. We're not saying, is she sane up here in the mind? We're not saying to him, is it even clean? It could be infected. We're not saying, oh, she could be trapping you, setting up, for unwanted pregnancy. And now your future could be at risk because now you have this responsibility that you're going to have to take care of. No, we're not telling them that. Going even further, when it comes to virginity, we tell our young girls, oh, hold on to it as long as you can. That's virtuous. But as soon as we find out a young man at 15 still is a virgin, oh, here comes the ridicule. You ain't no man. You ain't got no pussy yet. Some even go so far that they'll get a prostitute to sleep with their son who is not even emotionally or mentally or physically even prepared. They'll get them a prostitute just so that they can say they've had some pussy. And it's broke pussy because the woman is broken. If you have to pay a woman to have sex with your 15-year-old, there's something wrong with her. She's broken. And now that's going to be a part of your son's history. He has to grow up in life knowing that this is his first experience. Once he gets older and he gets educated, he's not going to be proud of that moment. Then it goes even further. Now he's not a virgin. Well, how many times have you had sex? If he's only had it 1 or 2 times, oh, you not the man. You got to go out here and conquer it all. You got to have it all day, all the time. Now you turning him into this sexual deviant because now you're making it seem like if he don't hit a lot of girls, if he don't get a lot of pussy every 5 minutes, something's wrong with him. He's not being a man. And that is a horrible, horrible disservice that we're doing to our young men. And then we get upset when they grow up to be men and they still have this mentality. They still feel like quantity is better than quality. Let's just take it to another level. If you don't really believe that our young men should think like this, then why is it when they become successful, rich, and famous, only then is it acceptable for them to now understand their worth? And then for them to get picky and choosy, because now that they're rich and successful, now they are worthy of picking quality women. Okay, how Kanye said it, there's 1,000 you, there's only one of me. Now that is not a real sense of self-love or confidence. That's arrogance and cockiness mixed with a lot of insecurity and resentment, because at the end of the day, there's got to be some form of resentment if all your life you've been told that you're not worthy to just throw yourself out there. Your penis is not sacred. Your penis is not to be treasured. Your love, what you're giving to someone, doesn't mean anything. You're just a sexual object. You're just supposed to conquer anything, not even somebody who's of quality. This is all you've been told, and now you're rich and famous, and now you can get quality. You don't think there's going to be some form of resentment? You don't think the man is going to be like, wow, she wasn't interested in me, the man, before I became rich and famous. So because now I have money and cars and clothes, I am now worthy? But we're not telling our young girls that. They know they're worthy from the beginning, from the jump. Why shouldn't our young boys have that same self-worth, that same self-respect? Just imagine our men, if they are raised this way. Imagine how less STDs there would be. I mean, there's so many STDs, they're calling them super STDs because the antibiotics can't even kick the STDs in the butt anymore because there's so much sexual craziness going on. They're now super STDs, okay? That's because men have been trained to just go out here and just throw it recklessly. And if you're still not hearing what I'm saying, have you ever heard of the glory hole? Okay, the glory hole is a wall with a hole cut in it. And a man who has been trained to be a whore, to think of himself as less than, to think of quantity over quality, to just take his penis and use it as a crapshoot, throw it out there like dice, get you a couple of snake eyes. With that mentality, they take their penis and they put it through this hole. And what's on the other side is unknown. There could be a vagina on the other side. Clean, dirty, healthy, diseased, infected, who knows? There could be a butt, an anus, male or female. Clean, healthy, who knows? There could be a mouth, male or female. Clean, healthy, diseased, who knows? And this is called the glory hole. And this is an extension of you, and you look at your penis so to the point that it's nothing, that you throw it inside this hole. And let's just take it to the sci-fi level. Somebody could cut it off. Then what? That's how reckless the mentality is, because we're training our boys to be whores. And we have to stop that. We have to stop it. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Because spreading yourself around as a young boy or as a young man, at the end of the day, if it's a quality woman, she's not interested in you. You know that statement, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife? Well, guess what? You can't turn a hoe into a husband. And then we have the nerve to get mad when finally we done told him to be a hoe. We done told him to go out here and just hit whatever. We done told him it's all quantity and not quality. So when he finally does meet a quality woman and decides to settle down, we wonder why he just can't stop that mentality, why he can't just stop conquering pussy and keep going after. We wonder why he still cheats. We've given him this sexual deviant behavior this whole time, and now all of a sudden he's supposed to just quit like that? Come on now. We have to stop with the double standard. Our young boys should be told, and I know there's some exceptions. Thank God there's some exceptions to these rules. Thank God there are some parents who understand this, and they are teaching their young men. But that exception needs to be the rule. That's what I'm saying, okay? So all I'm saying is try to think a little bit more and be aware of what you're saying to your son, okay? Try not to train a whore, and try to train and teach a virtuous man. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's diseases, there's unwanted pregnancies, and those are extra obstacles that now this young man has to hop through and jump over for no reason at all. When he's young, he should be able to concentrate on what kind of man he wants to be. He should be able to concentrate on his education. He should be able to concentrate on whatever it is he wants in life. But as soon as you put him into that sexual journey so fast, and you know, sex is a instant gratification. It feels great. And sometimes that feeling can be overwhelming and could take over everything, where that's all he is now a sexual object. Is that what you really, truly want for your son? If you understand what I'm talking about, give me the thumbs up. I know this was a long one, and I was getting heated because I have 6 nephews, and I tell my nephews, I'm like, listen, that vagina is a deep, dark hole. You put it in, you don't know what you're going to come out with. So be careful. And I tell them, not everyone is worthy of your love. Not everyone is worthy of your intimacy. Not everyone is worthy of your sexual pleasure. You know, and that's real. Not everybody is worthy of that. And the more our young men can know that, the better they can walk through this world with confidence and self-love and self-respect. And it will raise the bar even higher. And it'll be a lot less mess. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go because I know this was a long one and this was raw, but you know, you come to my platform, I keep it raw, unfiltered, and honest because we're talking about issues. Please subscribe to my channel, follow me on social at Miss Burley to you, and until next week, I'll see you later.